Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw a Cub Scout. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, this one will be pretty simple, pretty fast. And I think this is going to finish up the Boy Scout, Bear Scout, Cub Scout, Eagle Scout series I was doing. I think I'm done. I think that's all of them, right? So we'll make this one simple. He's just going to be, you know, standing there waving high with his little hiking stick and just enjoying nature. Nothing too crazy. I think this is more, you know, getting to draw animals. That's what this is all about. Okay. Just give practice is really all it is, you know? Because it's not like I'm doing anything creative or fantastic with them. You know, it's not like, oh, I've never seen that pose before. You know, this is just to have some fun. And also, you know, just getting to draw regular stuff. Like, I do so much, you know, Fortnite and Marvel Heroes and Star Wars, stuff like that. You know, every now and then, you know what, it's nice to just draw a bear wearing clothes, you know? It's just, creative. See. Oh, you know what I don't have? I don't have a picture of a bear's paw. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. I think, yeah, that'll work. Something like that. Just little nubbins, right? That's all it really is. Okay. Let's see. Let's give him some little shorts. And he's just gonna have little bare feet. Get it? Yeah, so nothing crazy. We're gonna keep it real simple on this one. I guess this is more just a practice in not creativity, because he's just standing there just hanging out, in I guess just practice, you know. That's all it really is. And he's just holding a stick, nothing big, but this is his stick and he's festooned it and adorned it with, you know, wrappings and some jingly balls and things he found in the forest. Because that's the kind of guy that's kind of bear they are, right? Not a boy or a girl. I was about to say he is, but it's just a bear. There's no what's the word I'm looking for? Can't tell whether it's a boy or girl. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so there are some features I'm trying to capture right, like the little nostrils like that, like the muzzle of his mouth. Let's see, for the eyes, I'm just going to give him big teddy bear eyes, right? And I just got to try to figure out how to make him a little fuzzy. Without you know, that's kind of the trick to drawing furry animals with the Sharpie. You got to figure out how to make it fuzzy without drawing in every single hair. Because color is going to take care of it, unless you're going to do every single hair specifically. you know, the trick is to try to figure out the subtleties to make it look like fur without drawing every single one. So that's okay, and I think that's good right there. He needs something, maybe a hat. Let's give him a little. There we go, something like that. That'll work. There's his little hiking hat that he's got his little patches and emblems and badges that he's earned. We'll do a couple on him like that too. There we go. Okay. So let me erase some of these lines. I did a whole bunch of sketches on that. And usually that's what I do. Just kind of throw lines down, trying to figure out where I'm going to go. So I'm going to erase some of this just to hide all the sketches and let the Sharpie stand out. But I got to make sure I don't erase too much. You got to see what I'm drawing, right? Okay. So it's about time to welcome everybody that skipped over to the Sharpie portion, because a lot of people don't. I don't think anybody watches that drawing part. I don't blame them. It's mostly for me. It's just for me to put my own guides down. So I don't care if nobody watches it. That's okay. It's all for me. This is how I draw. Okay, that's about good enough. So there we go. Let's welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find the things that the fine point can't quite find. So I've sketched the entire thing out. Probably can't see it though because I've erased a majority of it so I can let the Sharpie stand out and not the pencil lines. But there's enough there that I can trace over and see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the, let's see, I'll do the Sharpie pen. We'll do a little bit of the details and then build out. So I've got him just standing there waving hi. So I'm going to draw his eyes. Those round circles like that. And it's okay if they're not perfect. Actually, they don't need to be perfect because round eyes aren't perfect, right? Little bear eyes. We'll go ahead and give him some big old huge round bear pupils like that. Old teddy bear eyes, right? And I'll color those in later. For right now, I'm just going to leave it like that and let the color take care of it. But I do want to add some little extra, you know, hairs and lines and fur. Basically, that's what I'm going for. But like I said, I want color to take care of a lot of it. So I'm just trying to make this stand out a little bit thicker of a line. To be there, basically. So okay, so I'm going to do the nose. Something like this. Okay, and let's see. So he's got like a muzzle. So I guess I should have done that so you see where we are. So it's going to kind of do this. And again, I talked about this in the sketch that I'm going to throw in little things here and there just to kind of give it the appearance of fur. Basically, it's really hard to draw fur without drawing every single line. So we're going to kind of play around with some inking techniques that are just kind of subtle and there. And will help give us like a fuzzy, furry bear type kind of look. Okay, and again, it's creative style, creative technique. So don't worry about if your lines aren't exactly where mine are. This is just me kind of playing around with, you know, well, maybe you could do this, and maybe we can try that. Let's, you know, throw some furry lines in here like this. And you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You know, you can create it how you want. But see, I'm trying to give the illusion of fuzz. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna go too far and want to draw a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the big Sharpie to give him his full features. So since I've already put those lines in, let's play around with those. I'm gonna come in here and just kind of give him fur. And so that's what I'm going to try to do to capture a fur style, is just kind of play around with little jagged lines that might be fur. Okay? There you go, something like that. And so, since we're playing with that, let's go ahead and just draw some furry lines, you know? But again, not go too crazy, not draw a whole bunch. I want to. It's kind of like hair. It's like I want to draw them all, but the less you draw, the more, and if you're going to color it, the more you can leave for color and to make it stand out that way. Okay? So, let's go ahead and draw his ears. Now his ears, his head is in front of his ears, so I do want to add just like kind of something like this, which is going to be in front of the ear. So now, that's basically the head wrapping around and the ears behind it. So his ear's going to be around like this. And again, keep that fuzz style. Not too much, just very subtle, very implying, you know. Like I said, unless you're going to draw every single hair. If you're going to draw every single hair, you go for it. You do it. I'm just kind of showing you a quick inking technique just to kind of show you how you can imply that there's fuzziness, you know? All right. Okay, and I drew a hat on him, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in here now. And did you see how I didn't try to draw that line? I just drew where the hat was because I knew I was floating that line and I could touch it again later. But don't let your past dictate your future. So in other words, do what feels right, and then you can connect and make it work. Okay? All right. So he's wearing kind of like a little pointy, like a I don't know what kind of hat this is. It kind of looks to me like an ice cream soft serve hat, but I can't remember what the name of that kind of hat is. But anyway, that's what he's wearing. So let's draw some little badges and little things he's just collected onto his hat. Because he's a woodsman. He's an outdoors guy. And I don't know, I'm just making up some shapes, like what would these badges be? You know, they show something, and I don't know what they are because I'm making them up. I'm just making up the look. Okay, all right. How's yours looking? Awesome. All right, so he's just going to be wearing a shirt. With a handkerchief, his arms up, he's waving high, and this arm is holding a little stick, a little walking stick. So we're going to draw his little collar out like this. That's going to disappear back behind his neck. So now that we have the collar, we're going to go ahead and draw his kerchief. Draw the little knot right here. It's going under the collar. Then we're going to draw the other parts of it hanging down. And I'll add some detail in a second to make it stand out. So because it's a little tied up kerchief, it's obviously got strings, and not strings, creases and folds from where it's tied together. Okay, let me clean up some of this too. I was moving a little too fast. He's all excited. Alright, so he's got this arm up, so that means the shoulder's going to be here, but this one's covered by the shirt and raised up and up against his chin, because when you raise your arm, your shoulder goes up too. So I'm just going to do something like this. There's going to be some creases and folds from where his arm is raised. And draw the sleeve like that. And it come down into the bottom of the shirt like this. Now add some folds and bends. So now, again, we're going to draw his paw up, so just remember, we're going to do a little bit of fuzziness, like that. Not too much, just enough, just to show that it's there. Oh, you know what, before I draw the edges, let's go ahead and draw the little paw print here. And let's see, it's something like, I'm just guessing too because I don't have a picture of a paw print or a bear paw. I'm just trying to go by what I remember. There we go. That'll work. So, we're not going to draw his claws. You know, he's a nice bear. He's just not flexing them out. And I'll just come back and add just a little like we did over here on the face, just a little bit of, you know, just fuzziness, fur. Because he's a furry little bear. Alright. Okay, so let's add some creases and folds with this finer Sharpie. We can kind of accent the thickness. The complement. You can complement the two Sharpies with thick and thin. Okay, so his other arm is just hanging down. Shoulders here. Shirts like that. Tucked in. Here's the edge. I got his little shirt tucked in like this. And again, we're just going to add some creases and folds, and I just have him kind of hanging down. Just do some over here too. That. Okay, so he's holding a stick over here, so we're going to draw a little bit of fur for the arm. And let's see, so I've got kind of his paw around it, so I'm going to put like a thumb there, his little fingers holding it here, and then we're going to draw the fur. But let's go ahead and draw the stick, so then I got to draw what's in front first, and then I can draw what's behind. So it's a stick, so you don't have to draw it straight. We're just going to come down here. That's where it's touching the ground. That's where it's going up, and I've got it wrapped with a few things, so I'm just going to do something like this, just to kind of stand out that there's wrapping around it. Do the same thing on the other side, just kind of accent that there, then come back in for the stick, bring it down. We'll add a little nub right there. Get a little creative, you know? Okay, so before I go on with the stick, let's go ahead and finish up the hand. So I'm going to draw the fingers like that. Here's the thumb, and this paw, fur, okay? We'll go ahead and draw some furry bits. He's a fuzzy little furry bear. Okay, I'll add some detail on that wood in the branch in a second too. Let me show you what I was doing here before I continue. So basically, I just wanted to look like it was wrapped around with some wrappings, just because he added some flavor to it, some style. So remember, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm just kind of giving you an idea, and you can play around with it. So I'm going to have the branch out kind of like this. So I'm going to go up here. And I'm just making this up because I figure if it's a stick, you know, it's just in this shape. And what I decided to do too, so I'll go ahead and do that with a Sharpie pen to complement the thick lines. What I decided to do was add things hanging down, like he tied some string to this, and he's got a little jingle bell hanging down right here. We'll do something like this to show that it's at. We'll say like that's his little sounding bell. So when he's walking around in the forest, you can hear him, and he can't get lost because he's got little jingle bells hanging on. You know. Same thing here. He's just found some cool stuff that he's kind of tied on, and he thought were neat. You know, maybe he found some cool looking baubles or trinkets. And that's what's got tied on here. Same thing, we'll do another one. Kind of like this. Now I don't know what I'm drawing. I'm just drawing some crazy little things. Like this is what he found. You know, some cool stuff. And that's what he likes. Okay, so I'm not going to draw all the lines in the wood. I'm going to do that with color. Oof, love that sound. So now we're just going to draw his little pants. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to flare him out a little bit like that. Do the other side. Flare it out. And draw his legs up. Like that. We'll go ahead and complement his pants a little bit with the smaller Sharpie. Okay, so now we're just going to draw his little legs. And so, we're, again, a little bit of fuzz. I made this joke in the sketch, so I'll say it now. He's got bare feet. Literally. Okay, so he's going to give him little bare toes. Inside of his foot. I'll add some more detail to that in a second. This is his other foot. Down, pretty much the same thing. Alright. So again, just a little bit of fuzz and fur. Just to complement that he's a fuzzy bear. And remember, you don't have to do exactly like I'm doing. I'm just adding some crazy lines to represent fur. Okay, there we go. So, I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is a Cub Scout. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.